Alright, time for the next installment of the Beginner's Guide series. Today I will be playing some Ekko. This is a Beginner's Guide, so this is going to be a lower rated game to have the same teammates and opponents you should be expecting as well. And yeah, now there is a playlist in the description as well, so you can see which champions I've done so far. If you're watching this at a later date, there's going to be quite a few, if not all of the videos in that playlist, so be sure to check that out if you are looking for a specific champion. If they're not out yet, I do upload daily, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of them. And yeah, I'll be going against the Diana here, which should be a fine matchup for me. Neither of us really wants to like play for the early game, like very aggressive type jungling, invades type deal. That's not something neither of these champions do, which is great for Ekko, because Ekko is a very good mid to late game champion, but not that good of an early game champion. He has strong gank still due to his W having a 2.25 second stun if you can land it. So that's quite big, but yeah, definitely not the strongest in the early game. Definitely skills much better. Now Ekko's abilities, his Q is just a skill shot you throw out. It has quite a big distance, and then on the back end of the distance, when it just runs out of range, or if you hit a champion with it, it'll fly back or rewind back towards you and do a bunch of damage, but mostly apply the passive stacks, which then, you know, every time you proc your passive, it does quite a lot of damage, plus it gives you a movement speed boost, so you can use that quite effectively. Your W is the biggest skill factor, I'd say, for Ekko. You have to like place it correctly into a path the enemy's actually going to stay in, because it's quite a big delay. It's fairly easy to dodge unless you like learn to place it properly. But if you do land, it is a big reward with the 2.25 second stun and a big shield. But I guess the shields you're going to get anyway. The biggest thing for W is the passive, though. Below 30%, it does missing HP damage. So that also like kind of synergizes with like smite use on certain camps and stuff. Ekko wants to smite early if you obviously know that you are not going to get invaded and take like your camp taken away and stuff like that. Because the lower you get the camp, the faster your W will proc, which means the faster you'll clear the camp overall. And that's definitely something to keep in mind. Like, you could smite here, for example, get it lower quicker, and then kill it faster, because your W will have the additional damage output at that point. I don't have to worry about an invade here. Diana's not really going to do anything. Here, if you smite something, smite it early, because then your passive will kick in again. Very crucial for clear speed. Now, what's probably going to happen here, I would imagine, is that Diana's just going to try to gank top lane, because Vayne is very far pushed up. Put the potion here, we're ready to go. We're going to go for the Diana first. My Vayne kind of trolled that one a little bit too hard. I'm very worried about the Darius here. Okay, well, I can't use my like movement speed increase, as you see from the passive that I got there, to probably escape. In that situation, that's kind of out of my control. The Vayne didn't really play it too well around my W position, but I guess it's okay. I still clean up the Diana at least. I'll take it. Okay, decent enough. Got a blasting wand. Picking up AP is better than picking up attack speed, and the item of rushing is Nashor's. If you have enough money for your normal boots, obviously buy them, because just general movement speed around the map is very good. At least for the tier 1 boots. But the reason we want Nashor's first is because it gives 100 flat AP as an item, which is obviously huge. Ekko scales really well with just AP in general. It also gives attack speed, and the item synergizes really well with your... 1 second here. You already got it. Okay, fine. It synergizes really well with your W passive, because the more hits you get off, the more damage this will do. And also, Nashor's is very consistent for jungle farming, because it speeds that up with the additional attack speed. And obviously, I guess, AP as well on hit damage. It's very good for objective clearing. It is also really good if you do miss your Q ability, or just miss some abilities in general, to still clean up enemies, because it still does the missing HP damage consistently, and it still helps you proc your passive very easily if you do miss your Q. Like, very consistently and quick. So those are all very big benefits of why Nashor should be rushed on Ekko. For jungle specifically. If you're playing mid lane Ekko, and rushing Nashor doesn't really do much. At that point, like rushing Rocket Belt or something would be better. And you can even not go Nashers in that situation at all, because you're not auto attacking that much. You're pretty much one-shotting waves anyway. But that is a choice. Really. For me right now, I'm just making sure that I keep consistently clearing my camps. The biggest thing for Ekko is definitely getting through the early stages of the game. So if you can make sure you can those camps cleared, get to like level 6-ish. First item spike, that's when you really start to get going. The second you complete your Nashers, you'll be quite strong. There's a chance Top Scuttle is still up, because then I went top lane quite early here. Which means I might be able to take this when she's just doing her camps. There it is. Oops. I missed that one, eh? Could look mid lane here potentially for a play. That is very awkward. Didn't press... My S not bound? Wow. Okay. My S is not bound. That's kind of annoying, actually. I don't even know why it's not bound. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. Player movement. Full position S. There we go. That's better. Ooh, we see an engage. Cheated Droke. Hey! Fair play, Diana. We are fighting her, though, because after doing Dragon, she is definitely bound to be low, and she doesn't have Flash. I know this for a fact, so... the position on bot lane was too good. We had vision, so she couldn't go down this way. She doesn't have dashes over the wall. So me, like, knowing that information instantly tells me that she's gonna die, essentially. I'm gonna get collapsed on potentially by Quiana here. I do have ult, so I'm not too worried. There it is. Or I just get deleted. Damn. Okay. I should have ulted her ult faster, but... Damn. Okay, fair play. I thought I could just ult after taking the damage, but she did too much damage to me, so... You know, not great. If I could just ult her there, like, let's say she does her damage on me, right, with the ult and stuff, and I just get my ultimate off. I was spamming it. If I get the ult off there on top of me, she'd get hit for, like, the 300 damage, and I would just kill her instantly. Because at that point, I'd get her ult also applies one passive hit. I just auto-attack E, and she's instantly dead. That's what I was aiming to do there, like, kind of bait her into the play on me. But she did more damage to me without me being able to ult in response than I expected, so I died. Rip me, I guess, you know. Okay, mid lane ended up cleaning it up. That's decent. I misjudged the play there. It is okay. Renee is having some ping issues, it seems. For now, all my camps are up, so we're just gonna go back to clearing for a bit. Make sure we get this. We might be able to, like, clean up the mid wave here as well. Get some XP out of this real quick as well. Pick up what we can right now, you know. Good. Just keep it consistent. I think that Diana is the type of person that would look to do a Rift Herald here. I probably should keep that in mind, actually. She did the dragon very early on as well. There's the Rift Herald. Fair play. She has all the pressure she can possibly want right now, so that kind of sucks, but... That's a very scary concept there, my boy Yone. Obviously it timed out. Oh, damn. Alright, well, I guess Diana's getting away with some objectives here. She's really rushing them. She had the pressure for lanes in that situation as well, so... Invade it's possible here, but slightly risky. Clean this up real quick. I do have to keep in mind that Quiana has complete BRIO right now. I'm just going to use the plant over the wall here to get to the Darius quicker than anything else and see if I can clean this up real quick. Huge. Use my W here to zone off an area Diana can't get to. Make sure I zone the Quiana here as well. Dude, you really don't care about your life, do you, my boy? The passive proc on him there. The Vayne just suicided. There's nothing else to say about that one, really. That's just unfortunate. The Quiana was walking up. I was giving Vayne the ability to walk away, but she kind of just died for no reason. Dudes! Oh, that killed. I should have ulted. I was too greedy holding my ult there, I will say. I was maybe looking for like an outplay potential, but she just killed me too quickly with those Qs. That's on me. Very good job from the Quiana though, like really like punishing me in my jungle for things that I do. Or I guess in their jungle as well. I have to respect it. Yeah, well. Unfortunate. I got too greedy on my ult. I'll, again, actually, I did it last time too. I actually should run bot lane here real quick, because they are playing very forward right now.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
See if I can maybe catch the Jhin here in like a backing position. He just greeted. He's actually dead here, isn't he? There's no way Misfortune doesn't get him, because Misfortune has more movement speed than Jhin. Actually, Jhin has swiftness boots, so he's probably going to be fine for there. I'm going to be able to dive him, though. So what I can do on Ekko right here is just go do this. I have ult, so there's no way he survives this. So just ult back out. Just an easy dive tactic for Ekko. Just use your ult. Be sure to use it fast enough, though, and don't try to greed too much for it. But that's a very free kill for me right there. Diana's definitely the type of player to look for this dragon quite quickly, so I don't want to give this one to her here. My Vayne is struggling. Which, honestly, after what I've just witnessed, is very unsurprising, but, you know. I think I have time to just do this camp. I'm going to be hitting level 9 off this. Diana's also rushing Nashor's. Diana is bot lane, oh god. So the backwards one hits there, and we go bot here. Then I flashed. He used her other E, so I should be able to potentially get her here. Oh. Oh, this is warded. Lovely. Ooh, wait, she's building a lot of really bad components, actually, and that's pretty good for me. Oh, no. I'm gonna get cut off numbers here. Quiana has massive pressure, Jhin has pressure. I just kind of have to give... Oh, god. Well, rip me. This is really, really well, like, good play from the Quiana, like, putting pressure down and stuff. She's really, like, winning this for them at the moment. Gotta respect it. He's rotating correctly, like, making sure to punish me for my jungle plays. He's doing a really good job right now of, like, winning the game. I mean, it's fine, like, I'll be okay, but they're definitely getting an objective lead here. And this dragon, I mean, ideally I wouldn't have given that one, but, you know. Killing her would be absolutely huge, though. She's worth a lot of money right now. Oh, can you just use your ult, please? Like, I beg of you, my guy. Just once. Right there, when she used her W thing, he could have already just ulted. Got a passive proc. What is this? Oh boy. Okay, he is dead. Get them both out of here. Ult. This time I used my ultimate correctly instead of greeting with it, you know. That's a big one to get, though. That cleanup right there is absolutely huge. Can probably get the entire turret here based on the Quiana's death timing. I do have Nashor, so that helps me push turrets quicker as well with more attack speed, which is pretty big. Getting first turret at this moment in time would be absolutely huge, so I'm definitely going to send that. Should be able to get it before this disappears. Yes, I can. Good. That's a huge one. That's a lot of gold. That's also first turret that bot lane was about to lose. I've got so much out of this right here. There we go. Very solid. So, since I have enough money to buy this instantly, I'm going to buy this thing here. I would otherwise just buy boots and components of it, but I just had a lot of gold there. Cleaning up the turret and stuff just gave me a ton of gold. Yone should be able to get that gank, I think. I hope, at least. Yeah, that should be a very nice cleanup for Yone. Very good rotation choice there. I had the pressure on mid lane, so Yone did... Ooh, okay, they did end up getting it good. So Yone made the good choice there of just going bot lane. In theory, he could have also taken my camps if he wanted to, but he read the map correctly, seeing that the bot lane was a good gank angle because they were pushed in, and he made use of that. Now, obviously, I lose the Rift Herald here, but that's fine. She really is playing for the objectives, which is a pretty good tactic, and she does have the advantage of like having a winning mid laner. So she has overall more map pressure to play with, really. So that's quite nice for him. For Diana, for her, I guess. They didn't really get too much of the Rift Herald there, so that's not too big of a deal. Obviously, Diana got some money off of it, but for the most part, it's fine. Clean up the camp here, finish off the blue smite thing. Got a nice wall here. Should be able to just kill the Diana here. Ashes will just allow me to hit her a bunch. I'm gonna go instantly towards bot side here, because I can just flank this from behind. Quickly get there, hopefully. Damn. And this is warded, so getting towards the Jhin is going to be a bit of a problem, I think. Let's go over this way. We can use the blue smite to use the bush speed I get here. He flashed. I need to hit the bushes if I want to... Okay, that minion block is probably going to kill me, or probably not going to let me to kill here. Yeah, he's too fast. He also has swiftness boots. There's nothing I can do. With the vision he had, it was pretty difficult for me to actually reach him there. If I would have cut him off from this side, he probably would have walked that way. Which, actually, hindsight might have been better, because then I would have been able to chase him through bushes in my jungle. Which would have been more of a positional advantage for me, I suppose. I cannot give out this dragon, that would be bad. Are you serious? That didn't reach. Man, that stinks. I was so close. I would have gotten the E on her there. I probably would have just been able to kill her. She's very fat. I will say that much though. But this dragon's gonna be an issue. I'm gonna have to recall right now. This is my only chance to recall. I do not want to give this dragon away. If my misfortune dies right here, that's a problem. It is a problem. Okay. Well, yeah. See how that turns out. They're gonna get this dragon at this point. They're also all rotating top lane here. Like, there is... That's a third dragon, boys. That's a third dragon. That stinks. There's nothing I can do about it. The second misfortune died there, and the rest of my team all rotated towards top. This dragon's just dead. The enemy team is, like, really getting this dragon pressure in. A lot of lane pressure that's going in their advantage on bot and mid that I don't have any real breathing room to do anything with, if you know what I mean. I can use the plant here to my advantage to hop this wall. Dash past him and one-shot both. That's good money. That's what we needed. Okay. These plants, these extra ranges on these plants are huge for good flanks, you know. Right. Now, normally I'd upgrade this to a Magi's right now, but since I am doing a beginner's video, I will not do this. I'm just gonna go Death Cap next. Ooh, I got lucky there. That could have been the end of me with that Quiana flank. My farm is looking pretty good, but my laners have all just lost their lane basically, so, you know, there is that. Oh, you just suicided, Misfortune. That's not good. You are dead here, buddy. Bye, Nash is coming in. DH proc. One-shot him. Perfect. Knew someone was in the area there. Ah, that didn't kill him. Ah, damn. I was really hoping that would be enough damage. I suppose if I bought Magi's instead of buying the large world, that would have actually killed, but... I do not have my ultimate right now. I don't want them to play too aggressive here. That would just be bad. He's already dead. Without ult, I don't really want to take the fight too aggressively. Perfect. was able to use my passive hurts a lot. I was able to use the distance and my rocket belt there to my advantage, luckily. Getting death cap at this point would be huge, so I'm definitely gonna like try to look for that. I need to go bot lane here. Use my smite early on here to get it lower quicker for W passive. Wait for the backwards one. Don't have my ult yet, so at least she traded 1-for-1. That's pretty good. I'm gonna wait as much time as I can. Hopefully the Jhin just walks up here. I don't want to go too aggressive without my ult. There we go. Now my ult's up, so now we can look for this. Just play slow. Don't have to rush into anything here. There we go. I don't think this kills me, but I will be ready with the ult trigger if I have to use it. I really... We cannot lose this next dragon. That would be really bad. Well, I'm actually gonna sell this, I think, and just buy the component for this. I'd rather have like the extra ability haste and lose a bit of AP at the moment. I think that's a bit better. I'm getting death cap first. I do still have the stopwatch, but as long as you don't have the stopwatch, building the Zonias really isn't that worth it. Because you still have the effect that you need from the Zonias, if you know what I mean, but you don't have to waste money for it, I guess. Death cap is definitely worth more damage. Okay, so right before the dragon spawns, ideally here, I would like to kill the Jhin.
Let's make them notice.
He's probably going to walk up somehow. There's Darius. Oh god. I am currently in not a good position here. I need to walk away. I did not expect the Darius to be there. Diana's top side at least, that helps. Oh man. I am not in a good position right now. Dead. Flash this actually to be super safe. I didn't really have room for an ult play there. Not something I could have really done. Flashing is the safest way because if I die, I'd instantly lose Drake Soul and that would be terrible. I'm gonna go for the Jhin on the back end here. I'm gonna have to ult for healing, unfortunately. He was too big of a threat for me to get to die to right there. Please tell me my team cleans that. Okay, that's good. Dragon, I beg of you guys. Their jungler is dead. I still have an extra smite, which I kept in mind. I wasn't gonna smite Jhin and not have a smite ready for dragon. Use this for a shield on myself in case the piano does show up for something right now. Perfect. What you can do with Ekko passive as well, which is what I did there, is I make sure I get a 3-stack or like a 2-stack passive, and then I go in with my E smite. So you get the E damage off that. You also get the passive damage off that and the smite damage, which is like 3,000 damage in total or something. Especially if you have Lich Bane, it's going to be even more, but that's the best way to smite things with Ekko. It's very hard to outsmite because it does so much damage. Because as you can see, my passive there did a colossal amount of damage. Combine that with your smite and you're just going to delete things from like 3-4k HP depending on the AP you have. Very big thing for me right now to focus on is hitting level 16. That's a very big power spike that I want to get to as quick as I can. Still haven't used my Zonias yet. Zonias can be used on Ekko in different ways. The best way to use it is on top of... Just give me 1 second here. Use auto attack move. He flashed. That's a flash down. And then I can chase this. Oh, okay. Fair enough. He didn't have enough burst damage to one-shot me there. Couldn't Zonias that one either, but that's Quiana ult down. For my ult. And my ult, I think, is a lower cooldown. Not 100% sure, but... Level 16, that's huge. Go to Diana. We Baron here. Their Diana is dead, their Quiana is dead. The Darius could try something here, maybe, but I can just use my W here for a bunch of shielding. And if the Darius does try to end up doing something, then we can just finish him off. Probably it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Lux has the potential to zone him as well. Very good. Good Baron. The second the enemy jungler dies, basically, and then like the Quiana's kind of gone as well, there's no threat for anything anymore. If you have an enemy jungler dead in a situation like this, where you also will have a numbers advantage, that'd be good for you. Now in this situation, I haven't used my stopwatch yet because it just hasn't been in use, but I'm gonna upgrade it anyway because otherwise my item slots aren't great, and I definitely do want to get something like a Void Staff here. I might not have to get the Void Staff actually looking at this because I am the only AP on my team. I guess I have a Lux. But the magic resist they build shouldn't be too detrimental maybe. So I might not have to build it. They're also fairly squishy across the board. Diana's gonna build some AP, but you know. Void Staff would be like the logical move, but I can also go for like a Lich Bane here instead for more burst. Potentially. There are options. We're gonna go hop this wall right here. I'm fine. We're just gonna use the shield to tank the bleed damage, and we should be able to run out of this one alive. I know I could have still ulted something, but I didn't really have a use for that one there. Didn't have to ult. Arius is definitely the biggest threat for me to kill, the biggest problem. At this range, I'm too at a big of a risk of dying. I'm definitely gonna take my recall here. I'll buy the Blighted Jewel right now for some magic pen. They are getting some magic resist. Like this guy just bought a Negatron cloak. He has Jock Show. Or she, I guess, has Jock Show. So there is definitely some magic resist to be had. So the Void Staff is fine. Yeah, this is what I was expecting. Oh, God. Ooh, very nice escape there. I like it. Very solid escape. This guy's dead. Goodbye. I saw him walking by himself. No Qiyana there. Qiyana no ult, no threat. Which means just a free kill. That was a very clean escape there with that Yone ultimate, really, I have to say. Ooh, Vayne going aggressive on top. What we know here as well, that their top side's up. The Dragon's gonna spawn in like 50 seconds, but I should have enough time here to just take the top side. Like, take the blue, take the Gromp, stuff like that. Hit level 18, hopefully. That would be quite nice. Get rid of this. I can't use any of my smites here, though. I need to make sure I just have 2 of them ready. So I can potentially use one in a fight if I have to, but also just use one on the dragon, obviously. That's big. My ult's a 35-second cooldown. Pretty low, but not level 18 yet here. I can just clean out the mid-wave here. I'll be able to hit it, which is quite good. Any level you can get is a big amount of stats you can gain. That's generally very worth it. Oh, he missed. I went too aggressive. He missed. That's sad.
If there are limits, I haven't found them yet.
Let's play this slow. And then my ult. I gave my ult enough time to get in there. I could have stalled with Zonias, but I didn't have to because they were stunned for a very long time since I got that off. I wasn't too worried about that. Can I? Oh, I didn't use my W before I'm gonna have to flash now. That's on me. I tried to W click it, but I think I was CC locked a little bit too long for me to actually get my W off. What I was aiming to do there was press W, then press Zonias, so my W would start proccing around me, and within the Zonias time, I would be able to get a stun of the Darius right away for 2.25 seconds. Potentially the Jhin as well if he was standing close enough there, but didn't use the summoners to escape that one pretty nicely, I would say. I think I may have been CC'd by like a Darius hook for a slight amount of time too long, which didn't allow me to... What is going on here? Which didn't allow me to use my W at the exact time I clicked it. And then I, yeah, basically didn't get the animation off. -1 misfortune ultimate. I don't know what happened there, but I guess. Is that because he typed this that he just randomly clicked ultimate? Wow. Okay, that's a mental right there. Very nice kill. That's what we like to see. That's a good thing because that's puts a lot of pressure on the enemy team instantly. I am just gonna go kill this guy in one hit, actually. There we go. Did you see the passive proc comes in and I delete him? My passive does a lot of damage. It could be in here. I suppose. I definitely recalled. Okay, Quiana's top, which is my biggest worry. That's quite nice to see. We're gonna see if I can get a nice flank on something right here. See if I can get somebody to walk into me or something like that. anyone like goes to far midwave apart from Darius, because he's very hard for me to kill. Safely, at least. Anyone squishy, I will go for him. Or if Jin or Brand walks into me right here out of base, that is something I'm looking for right now. I think I should be pretty fine in this position specifically. I didn't one-shot the guy. He has the Hex Drinker to survive there, really. She was also a target I wasn't realistically going to kill because of the additional health gained from Cleaver, plus then the Hex Drinker shield and stuff. But I can definitely force her to recall once again, so that's good. That's a good kill, though. We're looking for something like that, right? Something where the enemy just kind of walks out of position into you. And in that situation, we had that guy. I really want to... Dude, this guy just doesn't press ult. Can you use it, please? What is this? Ugh. That sucks. He had a really good opportunity there because she already threw her ult on me. All he had to do was just like press that, whatever skill it is that he leaves a shadow of himself behind, and just ult in, and he would have died. That would have been absolutely... Are they Baroning? There's no way. Okay, no, but I was about to say. My ult should come back up soon enough, so we can definitely do Baron. I'm gonna zone initially here. See if I can get like anything spotted. My team should be able to just do this quite comfortably. There's no way they have any room to show up for it, and we just burst it out here. How much do my boots sell for? For 770. At late game in this stage of my build, the last item I'm gonna get here is the Lich Bane. The reason you can sell your boots comfortably for a Lich Bane because Lich Bane gives you a lot of movement speed. Percentage, which scales well with Ekko's thing here as well. So you do have a little bit less engage potential, but you can make up for that by using Rocket Belt. I'm gonna actually see if I can get the Jin here real quick. He's gonna back in that spot probably and die. Wait, he walked that way? You are crazy. Right. Damn. Wow, I was not expecting him to walk that way. That's pretty crazy. I don't know what my team's doing either. They're like griefing or trolling each other or something. 29 seconds. I'm just going to use this time to buy my thing real quick. There's the Lich Bane. Perfect. I should be more than fine. I will have a little bit less engage because I'm going to have less in like overall movement speed, but once my passive procs, the movement speed percentage from this should be making up more than enough for me to have a consistent movement speed. And I could just use the blue smite thing for bushes to gain a bunch of movement speed, but also my rocket belt for the little bit of range I need for potential engages. Very good choice there. That's what we like to see. I don't need to go over that one. I'm just going to do this. See how much damage I just did to Dragon with one passive proc. Make sure I get the Dragon here. What? Why doesn't she just heal herself up? What is going on? I don't really have a use for farm anymore, honestly, but... I mean, my blue pulled, I suppose, but, you know. I'm down to go pretty aggressive right here. Because I can pretty much just insta-kill Quiana. I'm just gonna hit the turret and kill it in like 2 hits. Because I have Lich Bane and Nashor, so plus my E, it's gonna kill quick. Okay, that's enough pressure for me. For now, at least. Getting red buff here is huge, because at this stage in the game, the health regeneration you get of red buff is absolutely colossal. You get a lot of passive HP regeneration from this, and especially on AP champions like Ekko. If your AD carry is very useless, which he is, let's be honest here. The HP regeneration is definitely better than anything the Misfortune would be able to do this game. I'm hopefully looking for like any type of angle that I can see. This Jin is definitely an angle right now. Right. Nash is coming in there with the attack speed. I missed basically everything. But it doesn't matter if you have Nashers. It's a lot of leeway you have.
Zon is the future.
I need to be careful, because the Quiana is definitely gonna, like, sniper me out, most likely. She lost most of her HP there. This guy's dead. Alright, fine. You win. Quiana flash ulted me. That's fine. That's worth my ult 100%. It's only a 30-second cooldown as well. One shot this turret real quick. I want to look for something aggressive because I do have my ult to use that as pressure. And then I could just, like, I could have one-shotted Darius there potentially. But there I just bait out the Quiana engage and I just ult out of that one. I could have Zonias as well. For the Zonias, by the way, this is what you want to do. This is what I was going for earlier. Because as you can see, basically as my Zonias end, they tend to group on top of you. Your ult also closes in on you. And then you can use all of that to get the proc off with Zonias. That's... I didn't really use it this game, but that's how you want to use it generally. So, yeah. That is it for Ekko. I'll see you guys in the endgame stats. Alright, so for the endgame stats here as well, I ended up doing 54.3k damage, which is by far the highest. Wow, okay. Well, my misfortune at 8.6, that's crazy. Very interesting. Yeah, Vayne held very good pressure on the side lane here, will definitely helped in a lot of situations. But yeah, very, very solid carry, I would say. All three of my lanes were practically losing, so definitely not too bad. True damage, 3.3k, which is pretty much just smites mostly, and that's about all. Damage to objectives at 56.8. As a winning jungler, this should be the highest stat, like for you specifically. In this game, I did lose a lot of objectives early on due to, well, mostly just bot and mid pressure. Like, they were just getting hammered. Like, that Quiana had a colossal mid lane advantage, was playing really well to punish me in my jungle as well for the most part. So, there was a lot of situations early on where I didn't get any of those dragons, and I was able to turn it around because I was able to pick up enough, like, I guess, game tempo kills to make up. But, yeah. If you win the game, generally this should be the highest stat you have that there is here. So, you know. Healing done, 13.1k. Damage taken at 44.7k. Self-mitigated damage at 34k. And then for the gold earned, I had 22k as well. For the runes, Dark Harvest dealt about 3,500 damage. Solid sudden impact for 2,000 damage. Treasure Hunter to get the initial game tempo going, because you are looking to get your Nashers as quick as possible. This will allow you to clear your jungle at a good tempo. Allows for a lot of mistakes as well, because of the extra attack speed it gives, extra on-hit damage it gives, and then you can just get more consistent passive procs. Like the Jhin in one of those late games fights was a prime example of why Nashers is really good, because I missed my Q, and I believe I didn't have my E up or something. I just didn't really have much. But I could still just hit him to death with the extra attack speed from Nashers to get the passive proc quickly. And that just works out that way. It's also really good for jungle camp clearing because of the item here for the attack speed, passive procs and stuff. Triumph and Tenacity here for the secondary page. Tenacity did get nerfed, but it's still pretty much the best thing to get in that tree anyway. Any type of CC reduction you can get to be able to get a W off or get an ultimate off, like anything helps. And the other trees don't really have anything that benefits Ekko tremendously. Like, I see a lot of Ekko players these days still go for, like, the magical footwear cosmic insight combination, but it doesn't really give you anything. It is actually better to just get the gold from Triumph, because it overall gives you more gold in the game than the normal boots would. And those normal boots, I mean, you have your passive, you don't need the increase in movement speed from it. And the Cosmic Insight doesn't give you anything, really, because the Smite quest thing isn't really a thing anymore. So Tenacity is a lot more value. Combination with Triumph is definitely the best secondary page you can get. But, yeah, that is it for Ekko. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Bye.